Okay, to add the plaster to your crayon or pencil base, you're going to need a bucket of water and then some plaster strips. For this project, you're going to want to start by dipping your plaster in the water. I always start by covering the base of my sculpture first. And if you notice, I'm using my fingers to smooth it to the base, or what we call the armature in the sculpture world. Okay. Once you get the base secured, use another strip to wrap around that piece to really help you secure that base. And once again, a little water on your fingers to smooth it. The goal, if you notice, there's little dots on the base or on the plaster wrap. You want to use your water to kind of smooth those out as best you can, because that's going to make it easier to paint when we paint these, and it's just going to make for a nicer end result for your sculptures. Okay, once you get the base finished, everything looks good. You do not need to add like a second coat to this. One wrap on the bottom, one wrap around to secure it will be enough, even though it might seem flimsy on the top. As long as you've tried to smooth those holes by gently rubbing, it will be okay. This stuff does harden, so it will work fine for that. You're then going to flip it over and do the same thing, the same procedure to the top. So wrapping your cone first as best you can. Okay. And the top, you can usually just kind of smooth that down, dipping your fingers in water, really smoothing down all the way around. Okay, once you feel like that top is nice and smooth, go ahead and dip another piece, and same thing, you're wrapping around the cone. Okay. Your pieces may not go all the way around the entire length of the cone, so you may have to overlap them a little bit to get it to work. But you're going to continue this process until you have covered from the tip to right in this area to get the entire base finished. Now remember, as you are doing this, if the center part shows a little bit, or like here, if I have a little bit of tape still showing, it really will be okay with my end product, because we are wrapping a crayon wrapper around it and painting it. So anything like that that doesn't quite get covered is going to be okay. The goal is to only have one layer of your plaster wrap on the crayon. You don't want it to get too heavy by adding multiple layers. Okay. Last thing you're doing is just what I'm doing here, getting some water, really trying to smooth out all those little holes so you have a nice clean surface to paint for the next time we work on our crayon or pencil sculptures. Okay. All right, guys, let's get started. Once you're finished, you can just set them down and we'll go put them on the white shelves to dry.